Thank you. Very good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Tuesday, the 5th of August, 2025. We'll start off with a synoptic picture. We can see yesterday this storm florist here that spoiled our day, although the evening group did get about 20 launches in after about 6 o'clock. So we managed to squeeze something out of the day. And that low pressure, they're very low pressure, 997 millibars, bringing this fairly large cold front across the UK and much of the North Atlantic. That went through yesterday, clearing overnight as this high pressure is continuing to push its way in. And by midday today, that system is well cleared to the northwest, beg your pardon, the northeast, and the high pressure here becoming the dominant feature. That should, combined with the unstable air mass that's been left in the wake of that cold front, should bring us a fairly reasonable soaring day. In terms of the outlook, the next few days, continuing with this reasonable run of weather for the next couple of days. And then Thursday, we're seeing a little bit more low pressure and frontal activity. And we'll see how that develops. The sat pic today, you can see not a great deal to be seen there. There's still evidence of the center of the low pressure up in the top right-hand corner of the picture there. What we can see is quite a lot of sort of wave evidence in the cloud there, and that's obviously with the fairly strong wind that we've got today, particularly the further to the north of the UK, it's getting stronger still. Nothing on the rain radar that's going to impact us today, really, a little bit up in the sort of Midlands to the north. Running the Met Office prediction through, you can see a series of showers to the north and into Wales, but nothing in our area. It's really going to cause us any issues in task either. The Odium TAF, not a great deal to talk about there. 270, 12 knots on the ground with visibility greater than 10 kilometers and few at 3,000 feet. Farnborough, much the same at 280, 10 cab OK. Spot winds to the south of us, 290 and 300 at 20 knots at 1,000 and 2,000 feet respectively. And to the north, 290 at 25 knots. So we can expect that somewhere around the west-northwesterly mark, 20 to 25 knots. On the ground, a little bit more westerly, tiny bit of northerly component to it, and that's going to be flowing straight across the airfield like that, giving us runway 27 today. Looking at the Met Office local forecasts, you can see a 12 knot mean gusting up to 28 in the early parts of this afternoon. So we will keep an eye on that and just be aware of the fairly strong gusts at times. Good visibility with a fairly high UV of 7, so do take care as you normally would. Surface temperature, around 20 to 22 degrees today for us with a dew point of 5 in our area. Webcam to looking to the west to Excel, but more of a northerly component in that wind there. Most likely just a gust at the time that image was taken. But you can start to see a bit of cloud on the horizon, possibly a bit of cumulus starting to form. And we're now up to 14.6 outside air temperature with a dew point of 9.8. Sky sight there, we can see the potential flight distance there, indicating fairly good conditions locally for us here. If we localize that to Lasham itself, we can see the point forecast giving us a very fairly reasonable, actually, outlook for today. Soarable from fairly early on. We should have cloud bases according to the model here up to sort of 3,500 feet by 11 o'clock. And that will continue throughout the day, peaking at around 5,500 feet above Lasham, with strengths between 4 and 5 knots for much of the day. Skies are giving the thermal top wind northwest, a little bit more northerly component than the Met Office would suggest, and around 25 knots as well. So SkySat there was suggesting cumulus locally all day. If we now look at the top meteor cloud distribution chart, it's beginning at 9 o'clock local, and we'll just run it through hour by hour. And blue to begin with, which is what we're seeing at the moment, with cumulus out to the west, which seems to line up with what the webcams were showing there. Actually, it's looking to cycle and blue out again about 1:30, 2 o'clock, and then blue for the rest of the afternoon, which is contrary to what the other models have been saying. So we'll take it as it comes. We can see there's a bit of disagreement with the two models there, but it should remain more than soarable all day into the sort of early evening. You can see here around 7 o'clock, the evidence, a bit of a medium thickness cirrus is starting to work its way in, but that's not going to be here anywhere near early enough to cause us issues. No time wise, nothing of great significance at 24. That's Delta 132, the ash ranges. Over at 11 and 14, you've got some paragliding. And up at 28, that's the West Ilsley paraglider winch launching out to 1,900 feet. Over towards Bristol, there you've got a small cluster. That is beyond visual line of sight drone testing area, and that's a temporary danger area that's been notamed from surface to 1,400 feet. There's a couple of different ones in there, and they've got varying times. There's only one that's really we need to concern ourselves with that will be during the day. I can't imagine you're really going to be that way anyway with the Bristol airspace, but it is there. And if you want to know the fine details, you can find them either on the NAT's website or via Sky Demon. Up at 35 to the north there, that's Western on the green. They are active the next few days, but not until late this evening, so it's not going to affect anyone. And down at 5, near Portsmouth, we've got more beyond visual line of sight drone testing, but that's from surface to 600 feet this time, and that is a temporary danger area. Okay, we'll finish off now with the local briefing. Ladder bookings for today, we've got a K21 on booked instruction, a K21 for the 5-day course, and a K21 for the casual list. There's also a K13 on trial lessons, and number 4, SH3 and SH7 are allocated to the Silver and Beyond course. We've got limited single-seater availability in the morning and afternoon, and when I last checked, there were 5 on the casual list with 1 instructor. So if there are any more instructors that fancy coming along and giving a hand, that'd be much appreciated. Reminder again about the Aboyne expedition. Only a couple of spaces left, so get in touch with the office to book your place before it's too late. Nothing to report today from 2XL. And in summary, we're getting some more settled weather with high pressure to the southwest. We're on stable air mass, which is leading to good soaring conditions with some cumulus throughout the day. We'll have a westerly flow across the airfield, and just a reminder that it will be gusting up to 28 knots potentially at times, so do take the suitable precautions. We'll be operating runway 27 today with the winch cables on the south grass, and any requirement for a grid will be satisfied on 27 north grass in the usual place. Please ensure you're ready when the cable or tug arrives, and do not land or taxi across the disused runways shown in red. There's our airfield setup to finish, with the grid in the normal place as required, winching from the south of the main runway and air towing off the hard. So for me this morning, we'll see you out there very shortly. It's a good day and keep it safe. Thank you very much.